stay tuned to the end of this video. We have got 10 of our tips to share with you on how to make your Grand Canyon visit the best. Good morning. It's early again, y'all. We are packing up here in Albuquerque because it's time to head west, further west on this coast to coast to coast tour that we are doing. We had a good few days here in the Albuquerque area. Popped up to Santa Fe, just walked around, went into downtown Albuquerque, just walked around, grabbed some lunch. We had a really good time up at the top of Sandia Peak. That was awesome. But now it is time for more adventure. So we are packing up so we can head closer to the Grand Canyon. That is the next big area that we're headed to. So we have a long day ahead of us. So we're heading out in just a couple minutes. I got to finish getting this rig packed up so we can hit the road. So we will see you guys in Arizona.
Guys, well, welcome to a travel day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood and we are headed west on Route 40. Headed from New Mexico to Arizona. Next stop, the Grand Canyon. It's been on my bucket list for some time. Couldn't ask for a better travel day.
Good morning. We have a date today with a really big hole in the ground.
We're headed to one of my bucket list places, the Grand Canyon. I purposely haven't come out here because I wanted to be able to spend a little bit of time here. So we're camping about an hour away. Got here pretty early this morning so we could snag a good parking spot. And now we're off to the races to check out the Grand Canyon.
Let's go, y'all. All right, guys, we have our first wildlife sighting, some elk. They were just taking a snooze underneath a tree, enjoying a nice little early morning nap. Oh, this is great so far. We are taking the 5-minute walk from the visitor center to Mather Point, which is probably the most iconic viewpoint of the Grand Canyon. You're just coming in, you want to get a picture of the Grand Canyon, this is where you're going to go. But just know it's usually pretty crowded here.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are? What makes the sun go to sleep every night and what's it dreaming of? I wonder.
Guys, all I can tell you is this video is not going to do the Grand Canyon justice. Your eyes see so much more than our cameras will ever pick up. If you haven't been to the Grand Canyon, you really need to come check this out. It is one of the 7 wonders of the world. Why would you miss it? We looked out today. Mather Point is nowhere near as crowded as it can be. But we're here first thing in the morning too. So that might be a good tip for you guys. Way down there, right there, that is the Colorado River. I'm glad we could get a peek of it because I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to see it from up here.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin. light as any, to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when
So we definitely packed some snacks. I just ate a granola bar. Mike's eating one now because we got here so early. There are some restaurants and some places to get some food here, but you got to make sure that you like pack some stuff here with you, because sometimes the lines in the peak season can be really, really long, and the waits can be really long to get some food here. So definitely pack yourself some snacks.
We got here pretty early, so we haven't had a whole lot of foot traffic yet. I mean, there's people here, but nothing like what we saw in all the videos that we were watching. So early is a key for sure. We got at the gate at 8:30. I actually let you in, but the visitor center and the shuttle buses don't start running until 9 o'clock. So 8:30 was a key time.
So we are currently hiking the Rim Trail. It's about 7/10 of a mile to, I believe, the Yavapai Geological Museum. It's all paved. It's very accessible. Nice little spot you can stop and look at some different overlooks and different vistas. So this is definitely a trail that you want to come check out when you come to the Grand Canyon.
you know I want you close, maybe hold your hand a little while. Somehow I know you're gonna be the girl that I'll end up calling my own. We ride around in style, sleeves rolled up, glasses on, and then you make that smile and my heart starts racing when I'm with you. When I'm with you. Can't get enough of this.
Y'all look at this here. Literally everywhere you go on this trail, there's just another view and a prettier view and a different side of the view you saw from earlier on the trail. This is just one of my top 10 days in my entire life. I cannot even begin to explain to you guys the sheer amount of gratitude that I feel just for the experience to be here. This is, there's a reason this is one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's, y'all, I mean, it's just breathtaking. Came to Maswick Lodge. They have a food court. I got barbecue. Mike got a chicken pot pie. They have deli sandwich. They have pizza, desserts, coffee, all kinds of stuff. It's about $40 for us for the 2 meals. So not bad for like a national park. Believe it or not, guys, they have a post office here at the Grand Canyon. We bought some postcards for our grandchicks, and we're gonna head inside so we can mail them out. So the postmark is from the Grand Canyon.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer.
Would you do us a solid? Would you hit the subscribe button? I would really appreciate it. I will stick a QR code right here. And then if you could also smash the like button and hit the notification bell, that way you always know when a new video comes out. We appreciate you guys so much, and we are so grateful to have you on this journey with us. So they also have a couple scenic drives. We're doing one as we leave the park, and we had to pull over immediately because this is the view that we were rewarded with. And y'all, each period of the day, everything's just a little bit different. It is stunning here.
Hey guys, we hope you guys enjoyed our video on the Grand Canyon. We got 10 fun tips for you guys today.
Yep, we learned a lot of stuff from our first trip to the Grand Canyon, and we want to share with you guys what we learned so you can make the most out of your trip to the Grand Canyon.
First and foremost, camper stay as close as possible to the Grand Canyon as you can. That limits the time it takes to get from your starting location, wherever you happen to be staying, to the canyon and then back again in the evening.
We stayed about 45 minutes away, and it was a very long day, and we hate to leave Lily for that long, and we did, and she did fine, but we just hate to do that. The closest town to the Grand Canyon is Tucson, Arizona. They've got hotels there, restaurants, gas stations, all the good stuff.
Yeah, there's plenty of lodging. And if you can, stay inside the park would be that much better. We tried, couldn't secure a place.
Not for the time we were going to be there.
And we were looking for full hookups, and there's only, I believe, one place in the park that has full hookups. Everything else is dry camping. So
if you're
kind of missed out. We kind of missed out on that.
So if you're going to camp in the Grand Canyon, you have a few options. Just remember that the North Rim doesn't even open till May 15th. We were there at the beginning of May. It wasn't even open yet. The South Rim is open year-round, and there's a few options there. There's 2 campgrounds that are open year-round there. You have Mather Campground. You have no hookups there. And then you also have Trailer Village. They do have full hookups there. And we saw it when we were on one of the shuttle buses, and it looked pretty nice.
I'm pretty sure that one fills up quick, so you're going to want to jump on that one early.
Yeah, if you can, maybe try to book a year out or as early out as you can. So the South Rim does have 2 seasonally opened campgrounds. The first one is Desert View Campground that is only open from April 12th to October 12th and has no hookups. And then Tusayan Montaigne, no hookups. I can't remember the dates on that, but just go to the Grand Canyon, go to the MPS page for the Grand Canyon and go check it out.
And number 2, get to the park early or later in the afternoon. From 9:30 to 4 is usually their busy season, and we found it very important to get there early for us, and it made all the difference in the world. We felt that we stayed, I don't know, maybe half an hour ahead of the crowds as we moved along through the park. So that was a pretty good idea to get in there early or later in the afternoon.
So just remember, during the peak season of the summer, June, July, and August, the crowds are going to be super, super busy. So the earlier you can get in or the later in the evening, and they do have some pretty cool nighttime events. They have some stargazing stuff going on, which we'll get to in just a couple minutes. All right, number 3 is do the math on whether or not you should get the National Park Pass. An annual pass is $80. If you're a senior, if you're military, if you're disabled, there's other fees, or they could be free. So check that out and see if that applies to you. For us, $80 definitely was cheaper because it's $35 per car to get into the Grand Canyon. We went in just the one time, but we knew we were going to a ton of other national parks this year, so definitely made it well worth it.
Any trips into national parks at all, more than 2 trips, more than covers the $80. So for us, we had a string of national parks we were doing this year, so the $80 was a good deal for us.
Yeah.
So number 4, plan your day out. So NPS, National Park Service, has an app that will help you plan your entire trip for the day.
Yep, you want to make sure that you are hitting those important points to you earlier in the day, especially if they're things like Mather Point that are really, really, really busy and get really, really crowded really, really fast. So you want to make sure that you are knocking those things out. If you're also a hiker and you want to do a specific trail, you need to you may have to get a permit to do it, or you may just want to hit it early because those parking lots fill up super, super early. You might want to check out some guided tour apps. We really like Guide Along. We used it later on, which we'll show you guys in an upcoming video when we hit some other national parks. Wish we had known about it for the Grand Canyon because, y'all, it really was definitely well worth it. Sometimes the MPS app has some self-guided tours. I don't think they have audio tours, but definitely check it out.
So number 5 is pack your patience. There are going to be busier times. We went to lunch one day fairly early, but we weren't in there long at all, and then the crowd started coming in. So same thing with the few of the sites we went to and the buses. Again, we felt like we stayed just ahead of everybody else, but things started getting very busy pretty early. Pack your patience.
Also remember, you're going to be there with so many people, and also so many people from different countries, different cultures, and they have different ways of doing things. So just relax. You're on vacation. It's not like the hustle and bustle of a work week. Just sit back, relax. There's always a little alcove you can go to that you can see a really cool view. So just go do that instead.
Or take your time and wait for some of the crowds to move out and then kind of sneak in and get done what you want to get done. Number 6, pack some lunch or bring some snacks.
It's pretty pricey to eat in the national parks. You guys saw we had our lunches and it was about $40 for a pulled pork sandwich and a chicken pot pie and a couple of drinks. So if that's more than you really want to spend, pack a lunch. You know, if you're staying at a lodge, you're staying at a hotel, I'm sure there's probably mini fridge. You're like us, you have a camper, pack a lunch. You could take the shuttle bus, you just get off and you're good to go. And you just have cool picnic areas where you can do lunch. It's a much more relaxed way to do it. Number 7, dress in layers. because the weather is changing. You could be up in the rim and it could be 10 or 20 degrees cooler up there, and you get down to the canyon, if you're doing one of those hikes that goes down to the canyon, and it could be much, much, much warmer. When we were there, it was cool in the morning, and then as we started to walk around, it definitely got warmer, so we were shedding our top layer. So just know that. Wear layers, be prepared for any kind of weather, pack a rain jacket, make sure you're wearing really good shoes.
Yeah, the one piece of equipment that I think is a must-have is a backpack. We happen to have backpacks that have water bladders in them, which is a good deal. But as you're shedding your clothes off, you're going to want to have somewhere to put them. So backpack was very important for us.
Number 8, utilize the shuttle buses. They have a fantastic shuttle bus system in the Grand Canyon. So we recommend doing what we did, which was get there early, park at the visitor center, and then get on the buses. They have 5 different bus routes, and you want to make sure that you check out which bus route takes you to where you want to go. Certain hikes, you have to go take one bus that connects to another bus that takes you to that trailhead that you want to get to. So make sure that you double check to see what bus route you need to get on. I'm going to put a link in the description below that'll tell you all about all the 5 different shuttle bus routes and where they take you.
Number 9, talk to the park rangers. I love this tip here. We do it all the time. They're more than welcome to spend probably more time than you really want talking with them, but they are a plethora. Did I say plethora correctly?
Plethora.
I love using big words. They're a plethora of information. They'll give you little tips and tricks that someone else in the park may not know, which may allow you to sneak around and get to something very important a very special way. They're really good at telling you where to go see wildlife, and they're more than willing to give you all the information they have about these special places to go to see certain things.
Yep, and so when we were there, we didn't have a chance to come back at night, but they were doing a stargazing event with a ranger, which seemed super cool. But again, we were 45 minutes away. It was really the closest we could get in our camper. So we really wanted to do it, but just didn't have the time to. But check with the rangers and ask them, what kind of programs do you have going on today? What programs do you have going on this week? And they'll let you know.
Yeah, if it fits in your time schedule, we've done it before, and it is a must-do. The last thing is to bring some necessities. I would have to say binoculars is a really key thing to bring. I can't tell you, water, depending on what you're doing, is also a key thing to bring. That's why those bladders and those backpacks work really well for both of us. And we actually had extra water that we put into backpacks to take with us.
So remember, you are at a higher elevation in the Grand Canyon, and you're in a desert situation. And it's just, you can dehydrate so much faster there, especially in the warmer months. So water.
Sunscreen.
Yeah, I got to have that because the sun is super strong there. Even when we were there beginning of May, the sun was super, super strong. Just remember, it gets really hot in the Grand Canyon in the summer. You don't want to be a crispy piece of bacon. Put on your sunscreen.
Do it, people. The sunscreen.
Most of all, take your time and enjoy all the vistas that the Grand Canyon has to offer. We hope these tips help you guys out when you plan your trip to the Grand Canyon. Thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate you guys. We will see you at the next stop. Bye.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket.